Where do you see yourself in 5 years? We don't always know how to answer this question among friends, let alone in job interviews. In today's video, you'll learn why employers ask this question in an interview and how you can impress your interviewer and signal that you are the right person for this organization. Welcome to my channel. I'm Anna. I'm a career coach, and in my videos, I talk about how to get you hired for that fantastic job you want and of course deserve. When I talk to job seekers and I ask them which interview questions they struggle with the most, the one where you see yourself in 5 years is definitely at the top of their list. Why do employers ask this question in the first place? Well, this interview question is meant to test your career motivation. Because one of the biggest risks for any company is if they hire you, they invest the time and the resources to train you, to onboard you, to get you to understand how the business works, but then something seemingly small and insignificant gets you to switch super quickly to a completely different organization, and they have to restart the whole hiring cycle all over again. And that is very, very painful for a lot of hiring managers to do. That's why they ask you where you see yourself in 3 or 5 years. They want to find out what gets you out of bed in the morning. Are you in your job or in this profession for something more than an extra dollar or an extra office perk? So the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years, isn't really about your actual 5-year career plan. What interviewers are looking for is your hidden motivation, which they can quite clearly see behind the words you're actually saying. So if you don't want to signal the wrong things to the interviewer, here are 3 things that you should never talk about when you're answering this question. Number 1 is don't mention job titles. The minute you're mentioning a specific job title, there is a risk that the person who has that job title today is sitting right in front of you, and we never know what that person is going to think after they hear that your 5-year plan is to get them replaced. Number 2, don't talk about your plans of running your own organization or your own business in the future. Even if that is in fact your true plan and something that you're truly passionate about, an employer that is looking to hire you long term and doesn't want to replace you too soon is not really interested in how you want to run things your way. They want to see whether you see yourself in this organization in the long run. And finally, number 3, don't ever mention wanting to switch to a different career or a different industry within those 5 years. You might be open to different opportunities in life, but the employer wants to know how committed you are to this type of work or this profession, because again, they don't want to replace you way too soon. So these are the 3 big no's when it comes to answering the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So what could you say instead that would in fact signal that you are the right person for this organization and this type of opportunity? Number 1 is your interest in deepening your expertise of this business or in this industry. Number 2 is your desire to keep growing and mastering more skills in your profession so that you are a better specialist at the end of the day. Number 3 is your desire to take on bigger projects and tasks because you are indeed interested in increasing the scope of your responsibility. And finally, your strong motivation to become the go-to expert for certain types of challenges and opportunities within the business or within your profession. Because that's what drives a lot of people at the end of the day, is that idea that within my organization or maybe within my team or my department, people come to me with these types of questions or these types of issues, and I know that I am great at resolving them. So here's one example. Within the first year, I plan to focus heavily on getting to know and understand the business and the company and the people I'm working with so that I can truly learn to interact with different business functions, especially sales. From there, I would love to take an opportunity to be part of a leadership training project if the opportunity arises, of course. Also, I've read that your company has a really strong volunteering team, and I would love to be a part of that because I feel like it's a great opportunity to not only contribute to the community, but also get to know the people I'm working with. Here's another example for you. Within the first year, I plan on getting to know the needs of the company as quickly as possible and establish myself as the go-to person for building financial models within the department, because that is the part of the work I truly enjoy and believe I'm truly good at. Also, as a professional, I'm hoping that within the next 5 years, I will have opportunities to keep working on my strength and also my weaknesses. And I've read that your company has an awesome mentorship program, and I would love to leverage that in the process. Would you be able to give me a little bit more information about that? So what is great about both of those examples? First of all, they are very specific and geared towards that organization that you're talking to, because both answers clearly show that you've done your homework and you've done your research about the company and the opportunities that might arise if you're part of that organization. Also, both of those examples talk about your patience and your understanding that getting to know the business or getting to know the people takes time, and that's okay. And finally, both of those answers clearly signal that you care about your reputation and how good of a professional you are, how good you truly are at that job or at that profession. So it's also important to signal that to the employer if that is truly who you are. If you like those examples and found this video helpful, don't forget to hit thumbs up and share this video with a job searching friend to help them nail their next job interview. If you want to get regular tips for your personal and professional development, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications bell so that we could stay in touch. I'll see you soon.